Hello everyone. Today we'll start rational number. It is chapter 1 of class 8th mathematics. Before studying rational number, we must know the fractions that we have studied in the last classes. If we talk about the fraction, there is a number 5 by 7. 5 by 7 means 5 part of 7th. Fraction means a part of something. And if we take example of rational number, suppose 7 by 8, I say it is a rational number and it is a fraction. So what is the difference between fraction and rational number? So I want to give you the idea of how you can differentiate between fraction and rational number. So before studying rational number, we must know the basics of fraction. Okay, the basics of fraction. In the fraction, we have numerator and denominator. That means a by b. A fraction is always in the form of a by b. Here a is the numerator and b is the denominator. Apart from it, both a and b must be a whole number. Let's take some example. 3 by 10. Here 3 is a whole number and 10 is also a whole number, so it is a fraction. 7 upon 6, again 7 is a whole number, 6 is a whole number, so 7 by 6 also a fraction. Clear? Now see, what is rational number? Rational number is generally shown in the form of p upon q. And what is the difference between fraction and rational number is, here a and b must be a whole number, but in the case of rational number, p and q must be an integer. What we mean when we say integer? Integer means it can be a positive number and it can be a negative number and zero also. Positive numbers, negative numbers and zero is all are integer. So let's take some examples, just like 3 upon 7. Here is 3 is a integer, positive integer, 7 is a positive integer, so 3 by 7 is a rational number. You can see here the similarities. 3 by 10 is a fraction, 3 by 7 is a rational number. So yes, 3 by 7 is also a fraction. But take another example. When we write minus 3 upon 7, here in the numerator it is minus 3, that is a negative integer, and 7 is a positive integer, so it is now a rational number but not a fraction. It is now a rational number but not a fraction. Let's take some more examples. Minus 3 upon minus 7, is it a rational number or not? Yes, it is a rational number, because here minus 3 is a integer, minus 7 is a integer. Let's move to some more definition that we can include in this rational number. The first thing we have to notice, the number must be in the form of p upon q. The number must be in the form of p upon q. Second thing is, p and q must be an integer. Okay. And third thing we have to identify, q should not be equal to 0. Q should not be equal to 0. That means the denominator part cannot be 0. So these three qualities, if it is present in the number, then we call it a rational number. Let's take some more examples. 7 upon 0. Okay, we have to check whether 7 by 0 is a rational number or not. So let's Do it one by one. Check it. First property, P by Q. Is it in the form of P by Q? Yes. P by Q. Yes, it is in a form of P by Q. So first property satisfies it. Let's move the next second property. The P and Q are integers. Yes, 7 is also integer, 0 is also an integer. So second property also qualifies for this number. Now move the third property. Q must not be equal to 0. So here P is 7, Q is 0. That means Q is equals to 0. But we need Q should not be equals to 0. That means 7 by 0 is not a rational number. I think you have understood it, how you can identify a number is a rational number or not. Let's take another example. 7 upon minus 10. Is it a rational number? Let's check it. It is in the form of P by Q. Yes. P upon Q. P by Q form. Yes, it is in P by Q form. P is an integer. Q is an integer. Yes. Second property is also follows it. Third property is Q should not be equal to 0. Here Q is not equals to 0. Yes. Q is minus 10. So all the three properties follows in this number. So yes, 7 by minus 10 is a rational number. So there are some similarity in fraction and rational number. We have to notice this also. If we take any example here, so 3 by 7 is a fraction also. 3 by 7 is a fraction also, and 3 by 7 is rational number also. Clear? But minus 3 by 7 is a rational number, but it is not a fraction. Clear? So what we come to the conclusion is that every whole number is rational number. Clear? Every whole number is a rational number, but all rational number may or may not be a fraction.